Welcome to our Police Services Board meeting for Thursday, June 30th, 2022. My name is Chris McGuire. I'm acting as the chair this morning. We're going to start with the land acknowledgement on June 30th, 2022. We acknowledge that the sacred land on which Smith Falls is now located has been the site of human activity for over 10,000 years and is rich in Indigenous history. This land is the ancestral and unceded territory of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe Nation. We're grateful to the Algonquin ancestors who cared for the land and water in order that we might meet here today. We're also grateful to the Algonquin people for their contribution in the making of the Rideau Canal, which runs through Smith Falls. We're mindful of broken covenants and the need to reconcile with all our relations. Together, may we care for this land, drawing on the strength of our mutual history of nation building through peace and friendship, being mindful of generations to come. With that, we will move on to Chair's remarks. I don't have any remarks prepared this morning. A big thank you to everybody that organized and attended Deputy Chief LaBelle's retirement party yesterday. I always love those events, especially the speeches. So it was a great, well-attended event for all, and a credit to Deputy Chief LaBelle. And with that, we welcome our new Deputy Chief, Jody Empey, to her first meeting as Deputy Chief. With that, we'll move into medal presentations. I think.
Sorry, Chair McGuire, if I could just step in. I just have a couple of comments that I'd like to add for the chair's comments, and I just wanted to touch on. No, and that's fine. I had a couple of things myself that I usually, if the chair doesn't chime in on them, but it's just our torch run events for Special Olympics were held, and we had some great events with our tolls under the bridge with our Special Olympics kids. And I say kids, many of them are adults now, but they're still kids to me. And we raised over $17,000 for Special Olympics in that toll, so which is a great total and a great tribute to the community and the generosity. And in addition to that, we had the golf tournament that the Kinsmen help alongside with the service to host for Special Olympics, and I don't think we have a final total, but I believe it was in excess of $15,000 that was raised at that golf tournament. So certainly some great events there that raised some great money and awareness for Special Olympics, and that was all I wanted to add. Thank you.
That's great news. Thanks for sharing. Any other good news to share before we go to the medal presentations?
I think you covered it with the deputy's retirement last night was excellent, and as you said, well attended, and certainly Deputy Chief Empey, she starts her first official day tomorrow, but certainly a great start.
Great. So we'll go to the police boardroom now. I'm not sure who's leading this one, but medal presentations.
Yeah, we have, and as we announced previously, longtime dispatch Lenore Willows, who's stepping in for Janice as secretary for our board meeting, and has come back and is working part-time for us in the administration side, but she retired after her years of service in our comms, and we just wanted to acknowledge Lenore for her years of dedicated service, and I say that because she's still just as dedicated after the day she retired. She's back here working for us again. So certainly, Deputy Chief Empey has a small token of appreciation from the board to present to Lenore, and Aaron Tompkins is with us as well on behalf of the Police Association to provide a token to Lenore for her years of service.
Hey Lenore, I know you love the camera. So on behalf of the Police Services Board, I'm so pleased to provide you with this plaque. I can't believe it's been 21 years already. Lenore has been an amazing contribution to our staff and to keeping us officers safe on the road. And she's also kept us well fed with all the goodies and candies that she provides us with, and the love and support and lots of prayers that she gives us to keep us safe. Lenore, I'm so happy that you're here with us still, but I'm really gonna miss you. Thank you. I'm gonna give you a hug. Okay. Thank you very much.
Don't go too far. You want to put that piece of hard work in, I have another one for you. So Lenore, 2001 to 2022, very, very impressive. We're all gonna miss you. I've already went looking for candies when you have been knocked downstairs. So we've had to stock up ours, and Jody's been great for that, so I do appreciate her for that. But on behalf of the Smith Falls Police Association, we want to present you a nice little plaque of our appreciation. That is the least we can do. And then also, as you know, we also give a little compensation for your years of service. So take that. You don't have to tell Art about that. And enjoy it. Buy lots of candy. Feel free to stock up our shelves here. We don't mind. But again, I think over 50 years or close to 50 years
50 years
in
with the
municipal
municipal
government. So
government.
very impressive. So again, job well done. I'm also going to give you a hug on that handshake. So congratulations and well deserved.
Here, get a nice picture.
There we go.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yes, and
Lenore loves the attention.
and we acknowledge Lenore's spent many years with the town prior to coming over to the police service as well. So she certainly very familiar with all facets of the town. So we thank her for her years of service. Thank you, Chair McGuire.
Great, thank you very much. So thank you, Lenore. That was excellent for a Zoom, the camera angles and everything. So with that, we'll move to any additions to the agenda. I see that Graham White isn't with us this morning, so we can take out item number 7, I believe, unless he's planning to join later.
He may join later, so perhaps we'll just leave it on for now. I was advised that he might join in. I don't know that he has an update report, but there, in case there's any questions from any members of the board for any updates. And I do have one addition under new business with just a posting for the staff sergeant's position internally.
Okay, great. If there's no other additions to the agenda, I'll take a motion to approve the agenda. Moved by Jen, seconded by Sean. All in favor? It's approved. So declaration of interest. Does anybody have a pecuniary interest or otherwise this morning? No? Great. So with that, we've got a motion to move in camera. Can we get a mover? Jen, seconder Sean. We'll move in camera for item A, identifiable individuals, human resources. So I guess Sean.
Yeah, we should get moved into camera.
All right, thank you for staying with us. The rising report is that we received an update on staffing. We'll skip number 7 for now because I don't see Graham yet, and I don't believe we have any correspondence for this meeting, Chair. So that will bring us into the minutes of the previous meeting, May 19th, 2022. Can I get a mover to approve the minutes? Jen, seconded by Sean, all in favor? Okay, so those are approved. And number 10 is business arising from the previous meeting, 2022 budget monitor. That's it, Chief.
Yes, so I did ask from the town, from Janet, and although they're not finished with June, she did give me a bit of a preliminary draft of our budget monitor. So I didn't circulate it just because it was still a draft, and so for the next meeting we'll have a proper June 30th budget monitor. But as I advised the board even before the monitors start, I do go into some of the key lines of the operational budget to make sure that everything is going on par with where we should be given the time of the year. And I am happy to say that in the key areas such as our salaries and wages, our part-time wages, our overtime, our payroll costs and whatnot are all running on budget. And I do note midway through the year that there is certainly the cost of fuel is showing in our gas and oil line of the budget. So we certainly see the same effects that everybody else is experiencing in the world with the higher costs of fuel. So there is a spike there so far in the year. Obviously, given when we set the budget last year, we certainly weren't expecting over $2 a liter for fuel. So there'll be a variance there, I would expect. And other than that, I think we're really on par as far as any equipment repairs, operational costs. I look at some of our, whether it be professional fees or IT support costs, computers and whatnot, everything seems to be running pretty well and on budget. So I don't see any concerns or any alarm bells at this point in time. And I'll certainly, we should have a mid-year budget monitor for the next meeting. So subject to any questions on that.
Great. Any questions? Not seeing any, so that's great. We'll move on to new business then with the staff sergeant posting.
And it's just to advise that we have obviously with the deputy chief officially retiring and Staff Sergeant Empey officially taking over as deputy tomorrow. We have posted, so along with the succession, we've done an internal posting for a staff sergeant's position. So that posting is out, and that competition internally will close on July 21st. So we'll have a process from there, and hopefully once we get that position filled, then there'll be a trickle down effect as well, as of course that there'll be some other movement within the service, which is always nice. Provides opportunities for career advancement and career development within the service. So we'll keep the members of Smith Falls and the board appraised on that.
Great. Any questions on that? Seeing none, we'll move on to the manager's report. Is that going to Jody?
Yes, it is.
It is. Can you hear me okay? Just make sure. Okay. During the month of May, the police service responded to 676 calls for service. On May 8th, members of the police service, we hosted a local Special Olympic athletes and their families at a barbecue here at the police station. It was well attended. National Police Week was from May 15th to the 22nd, and our service highlighted its activities in the community via our social media page. On May 19th, Chief McGillivray, myself, Sergeant King, and Constable Tompkins participated in the Coffee with a Cop event hosted at Starbucks Coffee with Victim Services. Our board chair and the mayor also attended. We wish to thank Janelle and her staff for supporting this event. The police service acknowledged dispatcher Lenore Willows on her retirement after 21 years of service to the community and the Smith Falls Police. On May 1st, Deputy Chief LaBelle represented the police service at the Ontario Police Memorial Ceremony at Queen's Park in Toronto. Our uniform patrol, we had 22 motor vehicle collisions, 19 domestic disturbances, 8 fraud investigations, 33 thefts, 3 break-and-enters, 3 sudden deaths, 2 stolen vehicles, 2 impaired driving, 3 weapons offenses, and 18 warrants executed. The step target for May was offenses related to aggressive driving, which includes speeding, unsafe lane changes, failing to yield, following too close. As a result, 35 charges were laid, 22 of those were speeding charges. The step target for June are offenses related to bicycle and e-bike safety, as well as vehicle and trailer equipment safety. Our criminal investigation branch, they have ongoing investigations into drug-related offenses, sudden deaths, missing persons, and sexual assault. They had execution of a drug search warrant at an address in Smith Falls, resulted in the arrest of 5 persons and the seizure of cocaine, crack cocaine, and oxycodone. The arrested parties are all before the courts. Provided assistance to the Saguenay Police in Quebec in their fraud investigation by identifying a suspect that had been involved in a similar incident in Smith Falls. And in fact, that same investigation has been going across Ontario. Assisted Gananoque Police with support during the Outlaw Motorcycle Friday the 13th event in their town, and assisted the uniform officers in locating and arrested 6 persons wanted on outstanding warrants. Our community service officer participated in a meeting for the situation table, participated in a case conference at local schools with regards to bullying incidents at the school, presentation to Seniors Therapeutic Center on fraud awareness, attended the 585 Air Cadet Squadron's annual review as the reviewing officer and handed out several awards to chosen candidates. Was interviewed by Lake 88 in Your TV and provided his monthly update on his activities and upcoming initiatives. Assisted in providing frontline patrol duties for several shifts during the month of annual training. We had courses and training in May. Our officers, there was 3 of them that attended a criminal investigation technique course in Ottawa. 3 officers attended the Intimate Partner Violence course in partnership with the OPP IPD, that's the Intimate Partner Violence Coordinator at East Region. 1 officer attended the annual Forensic Identification Officers Conference. We are also implementing the RMJ, it's a DAP program for adults, which is a diversionary program for adults, similar to what we do for youth. It was Sexual Assault Awareness Month. I attended virtually the annual Sexual Assault Domestic Violence meetings and the Intimate Partner Violence Annual Conference across Ontario. There was also C8 training for our newer officers. That's it for the manager's report.
Great, thank you.
If I could just, and I apologize, I did want to add in as well that because we did have, and it's from back in February, but we had officers that assisted with the Freedom Convoy, and I did receive an acknowledgement from the Ottawa Police, and they sent a nice thank you plaque for our assistance with the Freedom Convoy, and on that note, we do have officers attending as well to support them in the Canada Day festivities in and around Parliament Hill as well. So they had put out the call for assistance, and they've certainly supported us in investigations as recently as the last homicide investigation we had. So we certainly support Ottawa in that. We do have a lot of activities and festivities going on here locally, and we have that covered with staffing as well. So it's all good here. We'll hopefully have a nice and safe Canada Day here, and in Ottawa. We wish them all the best as well.
Great, thank you. So is there any questions, comments on the report? Seeing none, we can move on to date and time of our next meeting. Chief, what did you have in mind?
I did have, sorry, I'll just bring up my calendar here. I was looking at July 28th. It's a Thursday morning. Does that work for everyone?
I will be on vacation.
Okay. Did we can move it to the 21st, or are you on vacation the 21st as well, Sean?
21st.
I'm
Yeah,
away on the 21st, but
I'm flying until 10.
So I'll any preference, or I guess we're going to have some, obviously at the end of July, it's always some absences regardless. So I'm open for either date. So I leave it to the board to pick one.
I'm open for either as well. Chris, sorry, I missed what you said about the 21st. Are you away?
yeah, I'm on a work trip, but I'll be in an earlier time zone. So maybe I should, like 8:30, I might be able to make it. Whereas if Sean's no for the 28th, that's, yeah, maybe the 21st is better. Chris and Karen too for quorum, I don't know.
Okay, we should be, then we'll make it the 21st at 8:30 in the morning.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Oh, so wait a sec. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yes. 22nd.
Right, so we've got tentatively the 21st from 8:30 for our next meeting. All right, with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Jed, thanks. All in favor? So at 8:57, we'll adjourn our meeting until July. Any last things before we sign out?
We'll let the chair know you set the record for the fastest BS meeting.